Haynes, who's a candidate for Board of Health. Margaret Kidder, who is the incumbent, was not able to make it tonight. She did provide answers to our questions that we had beforehand. We didn't receive any questions from the audience or anybody coming in, so I'm just going to go with the questions we have because she did answer them. We will make that available to the paper, and we will have that available online so that people can at least read Margaret's responses. So we have here Laura Haynes, who's running for Board of Health. This is a 3-year term, and your opening statement, please.
Hi, I'm back. I would like to see some new faces. I'm very pleased to see the number of new faces that are running for office this election in Ayer, because I like the idea of new viewpoints and new people to get involved in the government of Ayer. I myself graduated from MIT with a degree in life sciences. I worked in biotech for over 30 years. Now I'm studying up at the North Shore Community College as an animal care specialist. So if you have a dog that needs to be trained. And I'm interested in the Board of Health because I think it would be a good thing to get a new viewpoint there and to get a new face, just to freshen things up a little bit. I think that's kind of it, because I think everything else is going to come out in the questions.
They're all going to be in the questions, yeah.
Yep.
So, and we'll give you the opportunity with all 5 questions. There are 5 questions that were presented to the candidates, and since Margaret got to answer all 5, we will do that. So the first question basically was, what are the main duties of the Board of Health that the Board of Health performs in your eyes?
In my eyes, the Board of Health enforces the state health code. They monitor the town beach water for contamination, and if necessary, will close the town beach and continue to monitor should there be contamination. They monitor toxic sites around the town. Most of that takes place through the active arm than the Neshoba Board of Health. Bridget Bailey, I guess, is our active agent. Hopefully they keep the town informed of progress on toxic cleanup sites in town, monitor the town water. They maintain preparedness in case of any health crisis or epidemic like the H1N1 flu, and investigate complaints of dangers to the public health. So this might be a house which is in sufficient state that vermin have started appearing in the neighborhood, things like that.
Great. Question number 2 is, what is the one change that you would make towards changing the Board of Health? Sorry, poorly phrased.
Did you want to answer Margaret's question?
I actually
first,
don't
or
have.
you're going to read that after? Oh, okay.
Sorry. I don't have them here.
You don't have an intro.
So.
The one change I would like to make, I'd like to see the proceedings of the Board of Health be more open, or that popular term, transparent. I'd like to see more current minutes posted on the website and agendas of upcoming meetings before the meeting takes place, so that the public can be informed about what's happening in case there's an issue they're interested in. That's, I think, probably one of the most major things. I'd like the Board of Health to be more accessible to the public so that it's easier for the public to contact the Board of Health, to ask questions of the Board of Health, and to know what they do and when they're doing it.
Okay. This is one of the questions. I'm going to take a question out of order, but it is one of the questions. that goes to what you were just speaking about. Should the Board of Health meetings be taped for broadcast?
Yes, I think that they should.
They should. Okay. And then also going along that lines is, how would you use the town's website, or can you elaborate on how you would use the town's website to improve communications with the residents of Ayer?
Well, for one thing, I would like to see the agenda posted before the meeting sufficiently in advance that people can check the agenda and see if they would like to attend that meeting, or at least watch it on cable access, which hopefully it will be on. And I would like to post current meetings. I think that the most current minutes of meetings posted currently is February or something. So they really aren't being able to keep up with posting minutes in a timely manner so that people know what has been discussed in the recent past. I think it would also be a good thing for people to directly be able to post questions or comments that would go to the Secretary of the Board of Health right there on the website.
Okay. And the final question is how can the BOS work with the town's zoning enforcement person to improve properties in the town that are in despair with junk or trash in the yard, as an example?
I think that cosmetic problems are not the purview of the Board of Health, is a philosophy of mine. If a property is ugly, that's not a health issue. If someone is storing a lot of metal junk in their yard, I believe that's a zoning issue rather than a Board of Health issue. As I intimated before, if there is a problem with sufficient, say, hoarding of things in the house that vermin has started issuing from the house, mice, rats, and so forth are starting to be seen in the vicinity, then I think it warrants an investigation by the Board of Health. But I think that not everything is a health issue, and I'd like to see that differentiation made.
Okay. So that's it. That's it for our questions. Do you want to make a?
There was one more issue in that, I think, which was part of that, at least in the copy that I got, where they mentioned hoarding at the end of that question. In the case of a hoarder, and that's a sensitive issue because that's actually a psychological problem. That's someone who needs help, not someone who needs persecution per se. So that's a case where if the vermin isn't issuing from the house, then you might check with any relatives to see if they can get social services in, get some help for the person. Because I think there are instances where rather than attacking someone, you need to see if you can help them. So hoarding is a difficult issue because it's someone who needs help.
Okay.
So closing statement. One of these days, I'd like to have somebody else up here. Or I'm going to send someone tall and stately. Oh, anyway. I'm running for the Board of Health because I'd like to be a new voice on the Board of Health and a little bit of a new view to reevaluate what the duties of the Board of Health actually are in Ayer and attend to those duties. I'd like to actually see more updates posted on the toxic sites around Ayer so that you can go into a button on the website of the Board of Health and you can see what's happening with this plume or that plume or this property. Have a water report quality right there where you can see it, or any bulletins about the town beach. I think all of these are good things that it would be able to get the information out to the public in an easy manner in case someone happens to be curious about it. I'm curious about it. I see a sign on that building down on the other side of Main Street that it's for rent. And I'm going, isn't that still a toxic site? I don't know. But if it were on the website, I'd be able to check and go, oh yeah, you can't inhabit that building yet. So those are things I'd like to see changed in terms of what's on the website. I'd like to see the Board of Health meetings on the cable channel. And I'd like it to be a more open, accessible, and transparent process. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And I'd like a skirt on this table next year.